Okay, Capricorn. So I was kind of sitting here thinking of where to begin. And as much as I would, we'll get to this person in a minute, but I think there's better things to be focused on right now. So when I'm getting the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands here, I'm seeing opportunity. So it's completely unrelated. And when I said in the general, like sometimes these readings kind of take you down some interesting paths, like, yeah, they do. Because I think this is you, Queen of Coins, Queen of Wands, right? Queen of Cups, very much in your zone, very much doing your regular day-to-day things, strategizing about your future and thinking about your life. And it's all in spite of whatever this whole thing is going on, right? But when you focus on the good in your life and you focus on your work and you focus on like the things that you're really good at. See, I think because this person is somewhat irrational, you can't be good at like dealing with them. Like no one really can be. You can't be good at communicating with them because they're not good at communicating with you. So when you focus on the things you're good at, especially if that's in regards to your family or a current established relationship, you invite in the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Now let me tell you why I like these cards for you. First of all, this is someone who is, now it doesn't have to be a person, it could just be on some level you following your heart, okay? And when you follow your heart in a romantic kind of way, like, wow, life is magical, life can be a fairy tale, yes, there are infinite possibilities, yada, yada, yada. Like when you tap into the magic, okay, your heart is going to guide you to some really exciting places, right? The sun. It's going to guide you to a place of brightness, to a place of fulfillment and joy, right? Joy and optimism. Or you could be inviting someone, it's almost as though there's a swap going on from the swords, from the cups, right? Swords is going that way, cups is going in your direction, right? Here she is looking in that direction. Here you are looking in that direction. Here she is even looking in that direction too. So there's movement into the future. If there is someone that comes in, likely a water sign, okay, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, there's a soft landing there for you, meaning there's a sense of security. It could also be a friend kind of like being there, right? There's a sense of security. There's a sense of, I can lean on this person. I can openly speak to this person. And the more and more safe you feel, the less and less relevant this whole thing becomes. So it's almost as though you wrap your arms around this person, whether physically or just mentally, right? You wrap yourself around them and you just kind of say thank you for being there. Thank you for coming into my life, for being who you are, and for doing what you do. I think this is someone who's service oriented for you at this time during Virgo season, right? They have a sense of duty. And maybe in the past you have been there for them so many times that of course they're going to be there for you, like no questions asked. If it's someone new, then of course that expectation is not really set, but they're going to be there for you anyway. Now, this could be the same person. I'm seeing a really Jupiterian person. Okay, we have a card of Sagittarius and we have a card of Pisces. So you could be dealing with a new fire or water sign, okay, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But both Sagittarius and Pisces are actually ruled by Jupiter, all right? Even the Hanged Man, which is connected with the sign of Pisces, even though this is more connected with Neptune, there's the Neptune-Jupiter connection that happens, okay, with Western astrology. So a Jupiterian individual. What does a Jupiterian individual bring? Joy, optimism, and celebration. This is probably someone that's absolutely going to see the bright side in everything, right? They're going to come to your doorstep, they're going to show up in your life, and they're going to be like, how great it is that you get to go through this. Like how awesome it is, especially if you're dealing with a baby mama or a baby daddy situation. Like, yeah, okay, it sucks that they're, not so great, but you also have this amazing kid at the same time, right? They're going to focus on the jewel, right? Even diamonds are made of coal, okay? So you seem to be finding someone that helps you see the diamonds in your scenario here. So when we look at your energy, all right, this is very burdensome, all right? And the fact that you cannot act at this time is probably the one thing that's driving you the most crazy. The fact that even like, I don't know, this Seven of Cups tells me even if you were able to act, you wouldn't even know what to do anyway. You wouldn't even know what strategy would be the best. It's not to say this person has to be completely eradicated from your life, right? It's not as though this is so harsh. But when you're faced with something and you don't know what to do, you don't know who to talk to, it can feel like this is all that life ever is. That's why this person's so relevant, because they're like, no, it's not all that life is. So don't lock yourself into that box. Because Capricorn can have that tendency with the Saturnian nature. They can have that tendency to like put everything into a box or into a compartment, or to try to define everything. This is someone who is trying to show you, okay, trying to teach you that not everything has to be so defined. It doesn't have to be so black or white. And you can release yourself, right? As the devil is reversed, it's more a message of releasing ourselves, of untethering ourselves. So this person shows you how to untether. Now this could be an aspect of you. You do have Sagittarius in the 12th house after all. So it's one of the driving forces of Capricorn, right? Because you have the optimism behind you. But it's not, it's not always just good enough to just be optimistic. You have to do something, too. So, but your kind of subconscious is kicking in here, and it's probably displaying itself via another person. So you're going to connect with a mirror, and I suggest you take a big, long, hard look in that mirror and ask yourself what you really need to worry about. What do you really need to worry about? The devil is suggesting that all the things that you think you need to be worrying about and all the things you think you need to be doing are not indeed needed at this time, okay? So this is for nothing. You don't need to put yourself in this scenario. If you're finding yourself, having a really hard time sleeping, you're really stressed out about something, especially if it's a child or a significant other, or if there's a lot of money on the line, losing sleep isn't going to help it, right? Being awake at night in an insomnia state isn't making the situation better. Get your rest, guys. Sleep, 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 sleep. I know that you're gonna feel the opposite. Like, I don't want to sleep. I want to get your rest. That's gonna be important. This person is so carefree. They tend to... I'm wondering if on some level in the past you have lived vicariously through this person or this type of person, where this person may have just sold all of their belongings and gone and traveled the world, where you decided to stay home and build a family and build a career. And maybe on some level you're looking at them and saying, wow, I wish that I had that more free-spirited nature. Well, now's a chance for you to do that. Now's a chance for you to take that quality that you somewhat admire in someone else and apply it to yourself and apply it to your day-to-day operations, okay? Because the upside down nature isn't really your nature. You're like never upside down, ever. So you're coming out upside down twice almost, so you're cracking the shell. You may have been in chrysalis form. Remember the card of transformation, which we have, and we often use the butterfly. She even has butterfly wings, okay? So we use the butterfly analogy a lot with the transformation word or idea. You may have been in a chrysalis for so long, but now you are truly starting to burst that shell, break through with the sun, which is beautiful, okay? So now let's get into the other kind of stuff. So let's focus on this Hanged Man, because this is where your power truly is. And I see you standing in absolute power. And like I said in the general, it is the very fact that your hands are tied, that is actually your freedom. So don't fight. It's a Chinese finger trap. The more and more you pull your fingers out, the tighter and tighter the trap gets. You have to relax into it in order to find the freedom. So just relax into this and just say, it's not that you don't care. It's not that you won't, take care of things when it needs to be taken care of, but, just like let it happen. Hopes and dreams are coming true, you guys. It's all being connected. This outburst or this behavior from this person, it's connected. And it's a straight line to where you're trying to get to. The universe has power and has control here. So let go. The devil reverse suggests let go. 4 of coins, let go. Okay. Joy and celebration with the 9 of coins. Take a beat. Take a moment, do a meditation, wake up early in the morning one day and say a prayer of gratitude. Your adversarial things that have been adversarial in your life, are exactly the reason why you're sitting in the seat of power in the first place, okay? Celebrate those things. Celebrate the adversity. Celebrate the challenges. When you give grace to those things and when you give gratitude to those things, there is then nothing that is not worth celebrating. Right? Nothing. There's nothing not worth celebrating. So you need a shift in perspective, right, of seeing all the abundance in your life. A shift in perspective of how lucky you actually are. Even if you are really struggling financially or with your health or whatever, right? If you're struggling with health, which the only reason why I'm saying that is because of this card down here, and I feel like Capricorn with the first house activity, like, yeah, health can definitely be a thing. So if you have been struggling with your health, take note that that struggle is an opportunity for you to truly learn how to heal yourself, no matter how severe the illness is. And that ability to heal ourselves then translates into our ability to heal other people. And this is an opportunity for you to focus on yourself as well, to prioritize yourself, to understand what self-love even is. Right? So when you find that and you know what that means, that is when your cup runneth over. Okay? So it's not for nothing. It's not just because life sucks. It's because life is amazing. And because life takes us through this complicated, windy, unpredictable journey. So find the reasons to celebrate. Okay? 3 of Cups. Now, let's get back to the main storyline now. Okay, so like I was saying, you've been here before. You've been here before. You've had these conversations before. There's nothing that's a surprise here. It's not a surprise. It's not novel. Now is an opportunity for you to really listen. So when I'm seeing this card lately, this is just kind of a recent thing for me. I'm seeing, okay, well, your thoughts aren't doing you any good, right? 9 of Swords reverse. Your thoughts are just going to take you down into this spiral pattern, and that's not beneficial. Your eyes and what you see are limited, okay? And even it's not a matter of your control. Again, you're tied up here. Even here, like you have so much stuff in your hands, you literally, the action is blocked. So what you can do here though is listen. It's not about asking the universe right now. It's not about inquiring. It's not about checking in to see, hey, universe, how's your progress going? It's about absorbing and receiving and just hearing. And you hear, right? The way you hear is through acceptance of the situation. And in a way, there is a patience. If you're more patient, you're more likely to hear what the universe needs from you. Okay, and you're more likely to have that opportunity to really act on something. There's a quality of neutrality that happens when we listen. Okay, yes, it's burdensome. Yes, I know. Yes, it's annoying. Yes, I know. It's a lot. But see, this person certainly has, there's a tie there. They're really upside down, I wonder about their sex life. Honestly, I wonder about what's happening sexually, if they're abusing their sexuality in any way, shape, or form, or having sex with inappropriate people, or not having sex at all, kind of putting themselves on the shelf. So, their bottom chakras seem to be clogged a little bit. They may be taking on a holier than thou attitude right now, like they know everything and they're so smart and they always have the upper hand or whatever. But in reality, they just are kind of digging themselves into a deeper and deeper hole. And even if you were to give them something, or if the universe is going to give them something, they're in such a blocked state with the Empress reversed that this reward or this chance, this opportunity is probably just going to fly right by them because they're so immersed. Like they too need to listen. Everyone always needs to listen, but in truth, they are so consumed, okay, that when something good happens, because I have a feeling they have a lot of really good things coming in their life. A lot of really good things. They're in a good position. They have good people in their family and in their close circle. They have money coming in. But because they're so maybe addicted to this 5 of Coins state, they don't even see it when the universe gives them a blessing. Because the universe is neutral when it comes to blessings. Like people create blessings and opportunities for themselves all the time, even if they're negative people. It doesn't matter. Blessings and all this, they always come in. So they're in a Empress reversed state. They're causing your reversal too. You two seem to be mirroring each other back to each other a little bit. There's a lot you can learn from them and a lot they could learn from you. The problem is I don't know that they are in a position to learn, right? Their mental state. They seem to be not wanting this Ace of Coins. This is the reason why I said it might be a child involved. Doesn't have to be for all of you though. It's probably a long-standing connection, something that's been, there could be a past life thing. This could be a karmic relationship coming back to final, to play itself out. And that's the thing. It's important for you to think about your life as 1 in a million, right? This is not just a storyline of one lifetime. When you think of so many different realities that are possible, and when you reincarnate, do you want to be back here again with this person? The answer is probably not. Do you want to continue this cycle? Probably not. So for the sake of your future self, right? Let it end itself. And have peace doing that. Have peace letting it go. This is not someone who has peace letting things go. There's a greedy component with the Empress reverse sometimes. So there could be a greediness. Temperance is how you deal with it, right? Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, card of Sagittarius. So Zen, all the Buddha things, right? Be Zen, surrender, tap into higher consciousness, meditate, all those typical things we hear about all the time. And I know that some of you are thinking, oh my God, that doesn't help, right? It doesn't help the situation right now, but it does. Okay, it does. You need to be calm, and you need to have compassion when dealing with this person. You know, you can see their pain or whatever. So when we look at the Two of Coins and the Tower comes through, it's likely whatever is the standing pattern is what kind of comes crashing down here. Now, this is an excellent sign. Also, Three of Coins is an excellent sign. Okay? Both of these, to me, are cards of mediation, communication. It's an opportunity to find peace. It's an opportunity to find equal grounding, to come together, come to an agreement, negotiate, and have, you know, proper terms in a win-win situation for every party involved. So it's not as though the Tower happens and then it's over. I think the Tower happens and then Six of Swords reversed now is an opportunity for the real resolution to begin. It's because of your balance, guys. It's because of your surrender. I'm telling you, this person doesn't feel safe, right? This situation, there's something happened. They don't feel safe. And even though it's not your duty or obligation to make them feel safe, if they see you're not fighting back, and if they see you're just going to let them, you know, then they're like, well, maybe I don't have to fight so hard. And maybe your lack of fighting could rub off on them. All right? And if that happens, then you create an equal playing field. And this person will be more amenable to talking about things. And we do get the Page of Cups a couple of times, right? So there can be, you know, unexpected things, like I said, an apology or something. But if some of you are in like court battles or something like that, then it's probably a settlement. Let's stop this nonsense. Let's come to a settlement. Let's stop dealing with this. I'm tired. I don't have the energy. I want the rest of my life to start. Let's come to a settlement. Now, let's flip back for a moment. I forgot about this set of cards. Sorry, I probably should have done it when I was talking about this stuff. But here we have, right, this new individual or a friend or something. And I feel like that person is also the King of Swords. This seems to be the person that just simply knows how to turn you right back up again. That knows how to, again, make you feel secure emotionally and make you feel safe. They are your rock. It is okay to allow someone else to be your rock. It is okay to allow someone else to take care of you. Earth signs have a really hard time allowing another person to care for them because they're so independent and so self-reliant. And while Capricorn is associated with more traditional values, family, and, you know, the normal way of things happening in the world, it is important for them to let someone else help. And that's part of the Ace of Cups. You have to let the Ace of Cups come in. You know, you have to let that person love you. You have to let someone be your stability if you're not able to create that for yourself. Okay? And I think there's a lot of interest in that. Again, Swords and Cups, head, heart, coherence. Now, normally I see the pages as high-level communication. However, in this scenario, I'm almost getting the word sweet nothings in the back of my mind. Like, that's what my intuition is saying. Sweet nothings. They don't have to say a lot. It's more about their being. It's more about how they just are. And they can say nothing, and yet you can come into the living room and curl up on the couch with them, put your arms around them, and just know how safe you are. Okay? On the flip side, totally different scenario, as an option for some of you, this Knight of Swords may actually turn into the King of Swords too, and properly negotiate here, which then makes you feel, right, oh my God, like, thank God. Sense of relief. Giving you a reason to be joyful and optimistic and celebratory. But again, the peaceful mind, the meditation, The surrender, yes, 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 I know, it's annoying. I feel like that's what I always say now all the time. It's like the same message month after month, but it's so important. So, such spiritual cards with this Ace of Swords, my goodness, right? The clarity of mind. These are like the guru cards, you know, the old yogi up on the mountain and the inner Buddha, the inner guru here coming through. And then you have the mixture of the lovers, which is mirrors the Two of Cups. Balance, internal balance, as well as external balance. The only reason this thing is so problematic is because they make you feel out of balance. This scenario makes you feel out of balance. Well, good news is you've got the Two of Coins right here. So this is all about balance. And when that happens, when you find that inner integrity and that inner coherence, and you join the lovers within yourself, that's when magic really starts to happen. The answer is always within. You guys are having a really harsh lesson, probably the past couple of years, a really harsh lesson of be the change you seek. You want something to change, you have to change. And you have been changing, right? But now you're so aware of it, so hyper conscious of it, that you can do it just through your awareness. Boom, okay, I'm going to change my state. I'm going to be the bigger person. I'm going to be the more mature person here. And this screams maturity. And there's nutrients and beauty and love and possibility with the lovers too. So this is all leading to a really good place, you guys. Okay, it's all leading to a really good place. So yeah, it's time for you to start visualizing your future, like without all this problem, without the health issue, or without the drama, or without the not, like, visualize yourself living this amazing life of good health and abundance and money and love and peace. Like, take the time to do it. Four of Swords. Because it can't happen unless it happens in the mind first. And I know there are things going on that are dissatisfactory right now, and the answer isn't usually about acquiring things, it's about simplifying and cutting things out. And I think that's, don't be afraid to cut things out. You're not going to really be at a Five of Coins if you cut things out. Ultimately, you're going to be at the Sunshine. Cutting out the things that are unimportant, okay? And even your effort in this scenario is something to be cut out. All right? You've worked so hard, you guys, and you know where you're at. We all know where you're at. We look at you and we're like, wow, Capricorn is like legit. And Nine of Swords, this is not, here's the kind of not knowing. The good thing is that with the way the cards are, is you don't have to wait for that light bulb moment. Like I was saying, this is not going to be a lightning bolt moment, even though the Tower did come out. This is just kind of a transition in the energy. It's not this huge major crash of things. No, it's a smooth hanged man kind of awakening. So this Judgment thing is not going to be, like, don't sit around and wait for it, because it's probably not going to come. You have everything you need at this moment to completely eradicate all of this drama. So this stuff, this pettiness or arguing or fighting and all this insomnia, stress, whatever it is, it actually is a source of your wealth. It's a source of your individual value. And I think now, like I was saying, diamonds come from coal. So you are at a place now of striving to see the diamonds in the darkness. So when you look, you find, right? That's what happens. Find and you will, or seek and you shall find. That's what it says, something like that. Okay, last but not least, another Hanged Man, which we know. This is just the end. It's not acceptable for Capricorn to be playing a victim or a martyr at this juncture. I think life threw you enough crap that, okay, yeah, wow, Capricorn, that was a mess. Okay, fine. Well, it's not acceptable for you to still be playing the woe is me card. Find the alternative solutions. Find the different way. Do it a different way now. How long have you been doing it the same way? Okay? Hanged Man says, well, you're not going to have a choice in the matter. You're not going to be a victim anymore. Boom, all your swords come out so that you can find this joy. Okay? And I think you're starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel, and you're like, oh my God, there it is. I've reached that point where I'm past the 50% mark for sure anyway. Okay? So if not more than that for many of you. So here you are, finding the healing that you need, whether it's emotional healing or physical healing, you guys, okay? And with the bandage around his head, there's a lot of mentalism with everything too. And your belief is playing a huge part in stuff. So if you're finding yourself tapping into, well, I can try to do it, but I don't believe it's really going to happen. Well, then it's not going to happen. You need to adjust your belief system, because your beliefs are what filter, right? I often see these nine wands as like a strainer, and whatever's big enough won't make it through, and whatever's small enough or attuned to that frequency rather is the thing that will make it through. So your belief is really, really, really important, because if you want this optimism and the sunshine and the abundance and the mediation and the happy ending, right? If that's what you're really wanting, which I'm sure you are, then you have to start to believe that it is possible. You have to start to believe that it's possible. And that the universe and your angels and your guides, right? Remember all the angels, they'll find a way. It's not that complicated for them. It's hard for us, but it's not that complicated for them. So you need to have faith in all of that, okay? Okay, Capricorn, big reading, big month, happy Virgo season. Welcome to one of the harshest signs of the zodiac. But ultimately it is about, change, okay? All right. Thank you guys so much. Take care. Bye-bye.